It's a beautiful hazy day in Jan, 5 degrees. Hello members, welcome back to the farm. So we're just going to chill out today, we're just going to get a few things done. It's for me personally, it's been several weeks since I was actually on the farm. I did sit down one day and just do a load of recordings, which you would have seen the last one's gone out about the almonds. So yeah, for me it's been a little while and I'm trying to sort of go over what I've actually done and what we've got to do and where we got up to. Now, whenever we went through winter, obviously winter was something that I sort of normally go through off camera because there's not a massive amount to do. It's almost like keep checking things, make sure the animals are fed and watered and pallets are collected and just sort of tidy up a few bits and yeah, rinse and repeat that really all the way through until normally we go to about March. But we're at Jan at the minute, and the reason for that is because we've got some pallets that are actually exceeding the maximum value. So it's like, oh, okay, well, that's going to be a good thing to do. We need to get rid of them. So the sheep's cheese, and what was it? There was one more thing as well. Sheep's cheese and, you know what? I'm going to have a look. Of course, margarine. So as you can see, look, margarine, 412,000 we could get now for selling it. And obviously the sheep's cheese as well, 114,000. That's only just a little over what it should be, but it's still over what it should be. It's still more money. So really, this is probably all we can do in Jan, actually. There's not a massive amount we can do in Jan. Nothing's ready to be planted. We can't really harvest anything. We can't do much, really. Now, over winter, I have gone through and done a few little tweaks. I'll be truthfully honest, I don't remember what they were, what you've seen and not seen. I think one of the biggest things is this here. Yeah, the shed what collects all my pallets is gone. Now, I know I did say in a previous episode that I wasn't going to bother with my warehouse. And the reason for that is I didn't want to sort of collect loads and loads and loads of stuff in there and just sort of make, batch a load together and then not sell it. I really want to try and sell things as they hit their best value, which is what we're going to do today. So I did go buy myself a little plot of land and I did put my warehouse in, because I found out there was one issue with one of the productions on this map. This one here, the margarine. Now we know the margarine is good money. It's going to bring us a nice income, and you can use basically almonds to turn into almond oil. We can use corn to turn into corn oil, or sunflower to sunflower oil, and it all goes into here. Well, I think into this thing here, and then as you can see, we could also do olive oil as well, but we're not doing olives. It then makes it into margarine, and the margarine pallets come out here. Now, the only problem with over winter is when you're sleeping through, everything, like these productions just obviously go through so much. They just process so much, and we end up with a lot of margarine, but they don't hold much. So the margarine in this factory holds 10,000 litres. That's 10 pallets worth. It's not much when you're trying to sleep through a few months over winter. Now, what I was finding, I thought I'll set them to spawn, because then so many can sort of spawn on the outside, and then it can also store 10,000 litres inside as well. But then I found a bit of an issue with this one, because I came up to collect the pallets. I thought, oh, doesn't seem many pallets there. I assumed there was going to be a few more than that. Well, I was right. There was a few more than that. When I took the pallets back to my storage shed, it came up and said, oh, well, there's so many pallets of margarine in the storage shed, but then there was also another 10 pallets of margarine just on pallets. I'm thinking, where? I'm up here. There's nothing here. Where have I got 10 pallets of margarine that are just on pallets? How has this happened? Well, it took a little bit of working out and a little bit of using the easy dev mods. On here, I think you can show pallet location. And on the map, it was showing me the pallets were up here. Well, they're not. There was nothing here. So after a lot more investigation to find out what was going on, I kind of realised that this area here has been slightly designed wrong. So if I go and push my buttons now to put the markers on, so you can see all the markers are on, you can see on the floor this little checkered box here, which tells me this is where the pallets go. Yep, you would think that was great. No, it doesn't quite work out like that. It should do. What's happened is whoever's designed this map, the trigger points or spawn location, you can see the hatching's there to show that's where it should go. But the actual location goes this way into the building. So it goes along this way here, not that way. So it's slightly been designed wrong, which again, it's a simple fix for the map maker. They just need to move the location. It's just obviously gone in the wrong location. But it causes an issue for me, because I had literally a couple of pallets here and the rest of them were in the building. As you can see, I can't get in the building. So I had to like work my magic and go through and using super strength to be able to pull the pallets through, and oh, what a headache that was. But we got there in the end. So that's the reason why I decided to get out my warehouse, because then I can send the margarine, distribute it from here over to my warehouse where we can get them all out in one central location. So if we're going to have a look on the map, you can see pretty much everything is the same apart from this one little bit here. This is the plot of land that I bought. Wasn't bad, 50,000. And this has Krieger Boy's warehouse on it. So it's just, again, it saves me running around to collect all the pallets. It all spawns into this one central location. I did make a little tweak to this warehouse. So it obviously holds all the sheep's cheese because it didn't before, so I had to get it to hold sheep's cheese and margarine. But I might have put a little bit of branding on it as well. Oh yes. It has to have my logo on the side, doesn't it? Look at that. This is now Krieger Boy's warehouse. Reconfigured to hold all the new stuff, and on that side as well. Look at that. How cool was that? So that's pretty much, I think, where we're up to. Now, in the last episode, you would have seen about the almonds. Now, I wanted to try and get some more because that field wasn't the best. So what I decided to do was buy back my original field from pretty much the first episode, up by the sheep, this one here. And I decided to go and plant my own almonds. So now we've got the almond vines here, and there's quite a few. They go all the way down here. Might be a bit interesting here to get around, but you know, you've seen that little machine. That machine turns pretty well. So yeah, these are going okay at the minute. They're still growing. They're still got a way to go. But yeah, they're fully fertilized, all ready to go now. Just got to basically wait for them to grow. So yeah, things have been going quite nice. Pigs are doing okay, cows are doing okay, sheep are all doing alright, everyone's doing good. Now there might be a couple of things that I might have forgot, I don't know if I showed you these. I think the buildings were here, but I basically got to tank it. I'm sure you can pretty much work out. Brown, what could that be for? Yep, slurry. White, what could that be for? Milk. And blue? Water. So we just, you don't need them. One tank will do all of it. I'm just it just feels a bit wrong having milk, having water that you're giving to the animals and then also go put poop in it. And then collecting milk as well to put in for cheese when you've had poop in it. It just doesn't feel right. Now speaking of poop, I put this thing in the ground. This is just a slurry pit. And it's like 10 million litres because I found out that the cows and pigs were just pumping out a lot of slurry. And all I've been doing is just selling it to give me a bit of a boost of money. But I thought, well, do we store it and maybe use it on the fields? But then our fertilizer that we've got in these things here, it's not exactly dead expensive and it does last quite a while. You fill one of them up full, you can get through quite a few fields. So I don't know. I was tempted to get a homebrew kit. I'm sure you've probably seen that in one of my Let's Plays before. It's a homebrew kit where you can put slurry and water in and you get like liquid fertilizer out, or put manure in and water and you get solid fertilizer. We could go down that path and then we could end up just sort of selling it per hour. A bit like if we had the BGA. Or do we look at buying a BGA when we can afford it and put the slurry, run it through there so we get paid every hour? There's so many different things and so many different ways we could do this. It just depends on, I don't know. Is that a little bit, does it seem a bit cheating? I don't know if that is classed as cheating. Yeah, if you're going to put slurry and water into like basically a mod that turns it into liquid fertilizer. Not sure. Now, it's been a little while. It's a little bit jumpy. It's been a little while now since we've been on this game, and it's had a few updates in that meantime, and same with the graphics as well. They've been updated. So they're all just settling back in. It's just got to go and create the shader cache, so it will be a little bit jumpy, so I do apologize about that. Right, we need to take this now. We need to go along here. We need to go up to my warehouse because we need to collect and actually start doing some work now. I've rabbled on enough. Now, I'm giving you the extra info. We'll be members, and this being specially tailored for you guys. This is why I'll give you the extra info and updates. If it was a normal Let's Play, I probably would just crack on and wouldn't say about things that have been updated. You'd find out as we go through. Now, let me know whether if you kind of like that, or would you rather me just crack on with it? Because I'm happy either way. I do try and keep a lot of things on camera, not like off camera, but sometimes a few things do happen, and I do get a bit carried away, and we end up, before you know it, a few things have changed that, yeah, like this, for example. I should have really put this in on camera. But I spent quite a few hours trying to put that logo on the side of it. That took quite a while to do. Right, let's go and get what we're going to start with. Both of these are going to go to the same place, so not sure how many pallets that takes as well. I think it's 32 or 34. So let's go get the pallets out, get them loaded on. So we've got the sheep's cheese on. That's 16,000 litres of sheep's cheese. That's all we've got in there. Just a little bit more, but we don't need the extra little bit of the pallet there. So the sheep's cheese and margarine are all going to the same place. I do believe we're going to have a quick check on here. Sheep's cheese, yeah, distribution centre is the best place. Margarine, distribution centre as well. So let's go and tag that place so we know. And I think this trailer holds 36 pallets, so we can get another 20 on here. So let's go and see if we can go down and get another 20 pallets. We'll spawn 20 Marge. And some of them will go on. The back row won't quite yet. But let's just go out and see if we can try and shuffle these on. We've got to be a bit careful, you see, because with this trailer, these are together. So we pick up the pallets here and they go back in there. So we've got to be a bit careful with moving the trailer back and forth. Otherwise, it's going to try and take some of them back in here. And yeah, we don't want that. So let's just see, can we just go and move these across? Let's put super strength on so we can fire them a bit better. There we go. Put that over there and that there. Okay, that's all of them. You can see it's gone and self-locked and self-tied them down. So 16,000 of cheese and 20,000 of Marge. Now, we can sell more of the Marge. What have we got left in here now? About nearly 19,000 litres. We might see if we can go on to another hour, so then that will give us a little bit more there. I mean, we could just sell the 18, that'd be okay. So let's go take this over now to the distribution centre, and that should give us a nice boost of money. So I can see the green little beacon. I believe it's here if we turn left. Yeah, there we go. That's where we're going to be selling it. Open the barriers. And you know what? Actually, is it this section here? I know it points to this section here, but I'm not sure if it is. I think the pallets go over here. Yeah, because it looks like, it does look like it, doesn't it? The pallets go over here. So yeah, it points to that, but that isn't where we go. So let's go over to this bit here. I mean, I'll give it a try. But I don't believe that's where they go. No, pallets aren't going anywhere. So I'm guessing it's this one here. This is the pallet one. That must be loose. Like, it looked like grapes and stuff there. Let's see if they're going to start going here. Yep, I can see them going down. Let's unstrap. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. What we got there? 322,198. My word. That is a nice payday. So this is why, another reason why I don't know whether if it's right to use the slurry and make it into like liquid fertilizing to sell every hour, because that would be quite an easy money maker. At least this way, we're using our products and our own crops to go into oils to margarine, and then sell them. It's the end product. I think we'll stick with this way. I think we'll just maybe look at using slurry on the actual field itself. Be no harm in getting a slurry spreader and using it that way. So yeah, we might look into that and see about getting a slurry spreader and actually using that on the fields as well. It's free fertilizer, even though the fertilizer we've got doesn't cost much. I mean, we could just sell it as it is, as slurry. I don't know, you know, we'll just see as we go. If you want to leave any suggestions, what you think? What do we do with the slurry? Do we just put it on the fields? Do we just sell it as it is? Or do we look at that homebrew mod that allows you to turn it into liquid fertilizer and then sell that? What do we think? Is that classed as cheating or not? Let me know in the comments below. So we're just back now with the remaining 18,000 litres, the 18 pallets. We're going to run this through. This will all add to the bank balance. There we go. Margarine's a great amount of money. Look at that, it's another 190,000. We've got 646,000 in the bank balance now. So because really that is all we can do for Jan. There's, like I said, there's nothing else we can do. The grass is not ready. None of the fields are ready. We can't put anything else in the fields. Where should we go now? Yeah, you know what? Let's go this way. See if we can work our way back now through here. I'm still not used to this map yet. I think we can get back to the farm this way. Believe if we take a left here. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Take a right here through the by the horses. The horses are actually becoming quite good now. Quite good amount of money. The value of each one is probably about 8,000 per go now, but it's only going to get better. We need to explore a bit more of this map, actually, because at the minute it's still getting a little bit jumpy from updates and graphic updates. It's just all still settling in the minute. Let's go in there. That's a bit not level. Let's go and settle that in there. Drop that. Actually, you know what? Really, I think we could just sort of go to sleep now and go through another couple of months before we can do anything, because we've got things that we want to put in the ground. Let's just leave that there for now. Yeah, we've got a field here that we want to do. Need to put some oats in there. The grass might be ready soon. What about some new fields now we've got some money? I do want to try and pay off some of that loan, but it's not a massive amount per month. But it would be nice to get rid of it. Now, one thing I have just remembered on here, which I forgot from a previous episode, is the sunflowers in 24 and the corn what was in 42. We don't actually own them fields. We were leasing them. So I've just spotted on here that we're actually leasing them fields. So it might be a good idea to actually buy them. So then we're only paying the one 2,437 a month out. Now that has dropped down a little bit. I managed to pay a little bit off over winter, you know, making a little bit of money. We've got 690,000 left to pay off on that, and still another 284 months to pay that off. But I think with the leasing, I'm not sure if that field is a good one or not, because it wasn't a massive amount. The sunflowers disappeared through the oil, like going through the oil into the margarine. It disappeared quite quick. So I think we might hand that one back and look at something a little bit better. Now the money's starting to come in. So let's go on to here. Let's just check. What is it? Number 24. So number 24, I'm going to go and say dissolve lease. Thanks very much. We've got everything out that we needed to. Now, 42. That's this one down here. Now, that was a good size because the corn, we've still got corn in storage and the production is still going through, doing a lot of corn. So we're going to have a look on here. And corn oil, you see, it's still even up till now. We've gone through a few months and it's still processing the corn to oil. And if you look on here, we still got 30,000 litres of corn oil in. So that was definitely a good one for doing that. So I think we'll look at purchasing that one so it's ours. So we're not paying out 2,600 a month on that leasing. So what we need to do is, it's a strange way, but we need to actually dissolve the lease on it. So we'll go dissolve the lease on 42 because we've got everything out of that we needed to. So we'll say yes on that one. We'll go on to here. And as you can see now, we don't own that, but we'll go back and buy that for 203,000. So now we own that. And obviously that one's gone. We've got 443,000 left. Do we go and have a look at something else? Do we look at another little field? Like, have we got any, what's in these ones here? Have we got anything in these ones here? Let's just see what's in these. Oh no, they're just been cultivated, these ones. What's that one worth there? Ooh, 249. That one. You see, that's 8.4 hectares. But as you can see, we get a lot of land here, which is going to be no good. Unless we look at taking that out and extending that field around. What about this one? This one pretty much is just the field itself. So that might be a nice one to have as well. Should we get that one and see? Then we've got more options to put more stuff in. I don't know what we're going to put in there, but we can plant some stuff in there. So, you know what? It's always nice to have a load of fields. So, yeah, let's go and buy that one. There we go. So, we've got 193,000 left now. And we now own 2 fields. So, let's go and have a quick look at 53. So, this is field 53. It's a nice open space. There's a lot of weeds in it. It looks like it's been lined. That's pretty good. Yeah, this will be quite good. I'm not sure yet what we're going to put in here, but I'm sure we'll find something. It's always nice to just sort of be able to have more fields to be able to stock up on stuff that you need. So, yeah, that's quite a nice one. I like that. And then is this our other one across here? Yeah, this is they've all got weeds in, obviously, because over winter they just got weeds. This is the one that had corn in. Again, it's a fair size. If you look from here, it's a fair size field that into to get all the way across here. Look at that. Yeah, that's it. That's a good one. So, yeah, we just need to work out now what we're going to put in these. Let's have a quick little run over here. What we've got over here then, is this the sheep? Yeah, so what we've done with the sheep then is the milk, what comes from here, I have put one of these in. Now, this is just a milk distributor, so this will just distribute the sheep's milk across to basically the cheese factory that's doing the sheep's cheese. It's just a lot easier to be able to put it in there and distribute it across. You know, you can either bring it across per pallet or whatever. It's the same with the sheep over there for the wool. That's just been distributed across. We just have to keep a top up on the food and water, which they're doing okay for now. But yeah, things have been going pretty well. So, I'm trying to think. I hadn't really got much planned for this episode apart from we need to sell and update things. So, even though not much has happened, I think we might wrap this one up because if I start going into March where we can start planting a lot of fields, it's going to end up being a massive episode because, well, we're already a good chunk into this one. So this is sort of more like a bit of an update one. As you can see, things are still looking pretty good. So I think it might be quite nice to get into March and then we'll be able to have the whole next episode, we'll just set to it. And we'll be able to just sort of start planting things in. I'll work out what we need to put in the ground. And we'll just set to it. We'll put some sunflowers in. We'll get some more corn in there. We need to get some oats. We're going to put oats, put it back in this oat field over here. Yeah, I think that'd be quite good. So, we'll wrap this one up here. It's just a little update one. And then we'll come back in the next one. We'll go to town in March. And we'll just put what we can in the ground. So, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you back here next time where we have a big old planting session. We get so many things in the ground. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.